there, it's Tim. So I am doing a little bit of vlogging while I'm driving, hands-free, so don't worry.
Stay to the right to State Highway 6 North.
Pardon that. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to just kind of do a little bit more in depth about what I've been up to in the last couple months. My video yesterday was kind of a quick, hello, I'm still here, but I didn't want it to be too long because my tendency is to do these reflective videos where I talk about my plans for the future, but then I don't get around to doing it, and then a few months later I do another reflective video. So yesterday I just wanted a really quick hello. But today I figured while I'm driving I would take a moment to just kind of describe what I've been up to. So my last video was in April. I had just started my new job as a traveling consultant, and my intention was to kind of vlog that experience of life on the road and everything, but I wanted to make sure that I was really comfortable with this job. I wanted to take the time to really learn it and become pretty adept at it. I didn't want to try to juggle too much while I'm learning a new job, so I took a step back from vlogging and YouTube in general just so that I could really focus on work. And I am glad I did that. I'm feeling pretty comfortable at work. It was a lot to learn, but I'm really enjoying it. I've been able to travel all over. I have been to Montana and Arizona and Southern California, Northern California, Oregon, Washington. This is actually my first trip to Texas, so I got to see Budget Girl this afternoon. We got together for lunch, and I'll insert a picture here. But it was a lot of fun to see her and meet her. She's such a sweetheart, and we just had a great time chatting, and we could have stayed there hours longer, but I had to get on the road and she had some errands to run. So also just kind of talking to her kind of helped me, you know, get my butt into gear with getting the YouTube channel back up and going. You know, I had all these goals and plans for this channel, and then my life changed, the new job and everything just kind of, I guess understandably, put a halt to that. And so now that I'm feeling pretty comfortable on my 2 feet again, I want to pick it up and run with it and see where it goes. In the last couple months, other than working, I have about a month ago moved back into my parents', so I'm only home on the weekend. My job is travel Monday through Friday, and so I'm home on the weekends, and I just couldn't justify paying rent. I was paying about $1,000 a month for an apartment in Portland that I was never at. And I was already doing that when I was working 2 full-time jobs before, and I was never home. So I was kind of like, I'm tired of doing that. So I moved back home with my parents. They don't have a room for me, so I'm just on the couch when I'm there, but I've really loved spending more time with them. My mom has had a few health things, nothing super serious, but enough to make you realize that your parents aren't gonna be here forever. And so I really am valuing this time with them. I spent the last 9 years a couple hours south, and so I wouldn't see them all that often, and so I'm glad that I get to see them on weekends now. My dad and I have just finished rewatching Game of Thrones, so we were doing that for the weekends, and now we're watching Veronica Mars. We've watched that a few times too, so we're starting that up and kind of gonna power through those, but I've just really enjoyed spending time with them, because my schedule is flexible enough that I can kind of do things when I want to, as long as the job gets done and certain things happen by certain times. I do have some flexibility, and so I have a lot of downtime. Now I do. For a while my days were really long because it was just a lot of information to get through, but now I'm kind of in a routine and I have more of a flow to my day. So in all my downtime I kind of rotate through different phases or interests, and most recently I've been watching a lot of true crime videos. So I just go down the rabbit hole on YouTube while I'm working on reports or whatnot, and listening to stories about true crime. I don't know why it is so fascinating, but it is. I've also been really into playing The Sims, that computer game. I used to be really into it a long time ago, and then I took a few years off, and this fall started playing The Sims 4, and so I found a community online of Simmers, and so I've been watching a lot of their Let's Play videos and playing my own games. So I spend a lot of free time doing that. I'm reading still. I'd like to read more, of course. But I also would like to finish writing a book that I started 10 years ago. I just have a lot of things I want to do. Another biggie that I've been spending a lot of time doing is watching HGTV. So a part of living at my parents' house and being on the couch is we have plans to kind of renovate the house and add on another bathroom and a bedroom. Right now the house is technically 2 beds, 1 bath with like an upstairs attic space that we used as a bedroom, and that's what the 6 of us lived in growing up. So now that I'm home again, I don't have my own space, I'm on the couch, so adding another bedroom or turning upstairs into an actual bedroom and then adding a bathroom up there is kind of on our project list. So I've been watching HGTV a lot and becoming inspired, and we'll talk about the financing for that project a little bit more. I think that doing that house project might be a series on this channel. If my parents are down to let me videotape the whole thing, we'll see what happens. But that's another interest. So I just kind of wanted to talk about what I've been up to since April. It's been a lot of work, a lot of self-care, just kind of doing what I want to do, vegging out. I've been eating out a lot. I've gained some weight being on the road all the time and eating all the time. So another thing that I've started as recently as about 2 weeks ago, is walking on a treadmill every day when I can. If there's a treadmill at my hotel, I walk on it because I hate running. I hate it. I won't do it. Nope, not happening. But, and I just am not a gym person. I would much rather just be active. So I guess to get around that, have just kind of started walking for an hour on a treadmill, watching YouTube, usually true crime or HGTV or something. And that at least gets me to be a little bit active, and I'm hoping that will escalate into being more active and doing some weights and some other things. I'm a huge novice, but I'm just really out of shape, and I'm the biggest I've ever been, and I'm not body shaming at all, but I just don't feel healthy. I'm really sore all the time. I'm out of shape. I don't feel comfortable in my own skin. My niece came up to me, actually. This is kind of the biggest catalyst. She ran up to me and she patted me on my stomach and she said, "Tio, you have a big belly." And so, like it's the biggest belly she's ever seen. So 4-year-olds are honest, and I think that kind of motivated me a little bit to do something. So anyway, yeah, again, I'm not body shaming at all, but I just wasn't feeling comfortable, and I kind of decided, I'm 31, I'm not 20 anymore, I should probably adjust some of my habits. So I'm not at the place where I'm really changing my eating habits or anything yet. I figured I would just walk and work out to kind of supplement my eating habits, but when I burn like 200 calories and then I eat a candy bar that's 200 calories, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, I worked that hard and this is all it covered. So I'm kind of getting to a place where maybe I'm going to start evaluating what I'm putting into my body too. Anyway, so that's a new thing that I'm kind of working on as well. I am spending a lot of time driving long stretches like this, so I think I'll be able to do more now that I'm feeling pretty comfortable with juggling everything. I want to vlog more. One last thing that I'm interested in, that I'm kind of wanting to pursue, and that I think I'll use this channel to kind of document, is it's really a big trend right now to do that whole Ancestry.com or 23andMe DNA testing. And so we don't know my biological maternal grandfather. And so I suspect that is where this olive complexion comes from, because I'm always asked, what are you? Whether it's by dates or friends or coworkers or you name it, I'm just so used to being asked, oh, what are you? Or where are you from? Or what's your ancestry? Or what's your ethnicity? Or one time I was working at a hotel and somebody came in for a job application and he said, I really like your accent. Are you from Spain? So it'd be nice to have an answer that's not just, I'm a white boy, to kind of know what I am. I typically will say German and Irish, and I think I'm Scottish too. So doing that test to kind of see what exactly I am would be nice. Also to maybe discover family that I didn't know I had. I'm just really interested in that. So I don't know if there's an interest on your end to see that process, but I think I will kind of document that on this channel as well, with taking the test, getting the results, meeting people if there's anybody to meet. I have no idea what to expect. for all I know, it'll be no surprises, but at least then I'll know. So anyway, that's another interest that I have that I think I'll document on this channel. So basically what to expect in the future from this channel. I want to really buckle down on budgeting and paying off my debt, and I have been. I've been making really big strides on that. I just haven't really been documenting it. So I want to get back into the routine of being more transparent with that, because there's such a taboo on money and debt, and I hate that. I think that if people would talk about those things more comfortably, that people wouldn't screw up their lives as easily. So if I can contribute to that conversation, even just by sharing my experiences, I want to do that. And it's an amazing community here. So that's going to be the big focus of this channel, which was the intention from the beginning, is living a frugal life, paying off my debt, and just kind of documenting that journey. That being said, you know, I have this ancestry thing I want to pursue, and I'm traveling. It might be kind of interesting to share things about my life on the road. And then finally, you know, the gaming thing. I don't know, I might post some Let's Plays or something of me playing The Sims. Although that is such a departure from everything else that I might do my own, I might do a separate channel for that, because I can't imagine that anybody would enjoy watching me play The Sims and sharing my storylines or anything. It's kind of like a soap opera, like Desperate Housewives and The Sims. So I will spare you that probably, but anyway, that's what I'm up to and what I have going on and where I've been and why I've been absent and what I have coming. And again, I do think that I'm kind of learning to get a routine and a balance to my life with this new lifestyle I'm living, and that allows me the time to pick up vlogging again and taking my channel places that I've just always wanted to go but never really known how to. So here's to a fresh start and many more videos to come, and I appreciate you for tagging along. I will talk to you next time.